feel like playing just a little snippet of Guess Who's Back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I make reaction content here on YouTube and Patreon. I am an acting and performance coach. And today I'm jumping back into someone that I haven't really seen anything new from in a very long time. In fact, two artists who are among, in my opinion, the best to ever do it. Today we're looking at Lara Fabian with Dimash Qudaibergen in London, 2025. This is recent, singing Adagio together. I don't know if they've ever sung this together before. I've heard them both sing it separately, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to collaborate like this. Dimash's voice is fundamentally structured differently in that where Lara tends to be contained and intimate, Dimash, while he can absolutely do that very successfully, and I've seen it happen, he tends to be very strong and powerful. Not that Lara, again, can't be that, but that's just sort of where they sit. That's sort of their sweet spot, or their home base kind of in their voices and in the way that they perform and the way they structure their performances and arrange their performances. So it's going to be really interesting, having seen both of their performances of this song, how they put themselves in the song, how they arrange their voices, how they arrange the parts together, and how they play off of each other. Now, we all know that Dimash holds Lara in a very high regard. He holds her in very high regard, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he interacts with her on stage, and how I already know how Lara's going to interact, unless something very drastic has changed in the past couple of years. She's one of the most considerate and generous and engaged stage partners that I've ever witnessed live, or at least video, of live performances. So I already kind of have an idea of how she's going to behave. I've only ever seen Dimash sing with other people in one performance that I can think of, and it was sort of an operatic thing, and Lara was there, but it was very different. It was between it was three different people, and I can't remember who the other singer was, but it was very much very much colored by the fact that it was an operatic performance. It was very structured, and Adagio is not that. Adagio is a story. It's a story told in song, and it's the way I heard it sung from Lara, at least. It's incredibly personal, and it's incredibly delicate. I'm really interested to see how they mesh this together and make it work, which I'm absolutely certain they will. I'm just excited to see exactly how that process takes place. So for those of you who've been waiting for this, I am very glad to bring this to you. I've been wanting to get to it for a long time. Things are just how they are, but this is something that I really couldn't put it off anymore. I'm doing other things. I'm in the middle of doing other things at this exact moment, but I saw it pop up in a comment, and I couldn't wait anymore. So here we are. We're about to jump into it. Again, this is Lara Fabian and Dimash Qudaibergen singing Adagio live in London in 2025. Look how low he bowed. That's important. Lovely. Oh, so delicate from him. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, they're about to go off. So first of all, I'm really impressed and happy with the way Dimash is approaching the song. I'm curious about the arrangement because I feel like some of the lyrics were not where I expected them to be, and it seemed almost for a moment like he was passing the lead back to her, and she almost wasn't expecting it, or he wasn't expecting her to take over or something. There was a little weird thing there. But one thing that I do want to point out, I'm going to go back and watch a little bit of that again, because if you watch him while she's singing her opening a few lines, the way he holds his hands out and the way he's standing, he almost looks like someone at a religious service in during what we would call praise and worship in the South here. He's treating her presence on stage with an immense amount of reverence, not just respect and not just appreciation, or not even just admiration. It's beyond that. There's a sense of awe about the way he's like positioning himself and taking up space, following her lead across the board, and the way he's performing his part is not how I would normally expect him to attack a song like this in a great way. And of course he's capable of doing it. I've heard him do that before, obviously. It's just not normally his home, like I said. And I think that in a way that's also sort of paying respect to Lara and the sort of timbre she brings to all of her performances. He's obviously about to go big. I could see it coming. And he did have a couple of moments when he really hit with a lot of power and a lot of strength. Again, that's his home, so you can't expect him to stay away from that for very long. But he did do it with care, and he was sharing this space with her very respectfully, almost in subjugation to the artist that she is. It's a really interesting, again, it's an interesting arrangement. I think that I would love to know a little bit about how this came to pass and how were they able to get together and rehearse this very much. It feels like Lara's space, as it often does when she's on stage with someone, but it doesn't feel like teacher-pupil or mentor-mentee, as it often does when she's on stage with someone. It's very equal. They have a very obvious mutual respect for each other, and while that's true, he is obviously deferring to her, and I think that's just out of respect, which I think is beautiful. I'm going to go back a hair or two here to watch this last little bit, and then we'll just keep it rolling. Look at that little nod she just gave him. That's so good. Oh. So much authority with her. Okay, stop. Why am I just need a second. So we're going to listen to that again. I haven't been listening to her since like 2000, right? I haven't been listening to her since she sort of jumped onto the international stage. She's really much newer to me than that. But I'm aware of the time that's passed between the performances that I've seen. I'm aware of the growth that she's gone through and some of the struggles that she's had and the changes in her voice and illness and accident and things that have caused her to struggle at times. And I'm aware of who she is. And even somebody like me who hasn't seen her for the last 20 years, even somebody who hasn't, like me, who hasn't been following her career since 1999, 2001, hearing her, which I'm going to be practical for a second. Obviously, he took a lot of the big, like more power-based, higher notes leading up to that moment. But to hear her with such ease still climb up and take that key change, and then something also about watching him bow to her in that moment, which means something. That's important. I don't know. It hit me. It hit me way, way harder than I thought it would. So we're going to go back and hear it again just because, I'm in control of the keyboard and I want to. So. Damn. Oh, she's got... Oh, why it cut off so early? That made me very angry. Hold on a second. Maybe this one won't do.
This is a very special one because it is the first one. The first one is full of fear, energy.
Okay, you just gotta have to deal with this for a minute.
Connections, and at the same time, it could be also a real celebration. Tonight, to make such a celebration, I'm very privileged to have an extraordinary, exceptional guest. Tonight, I will be joined on stage by one of the most impressive, immense, huge, alien voices I've ever heard
100%.
in my whole life.
I love this
It
intro.
is a true gift to have him with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to perform one of the most difficult songs that he does like anybody. Please welcome Dimash.
Come on, everyone!
So, all right, I didn't plan on listening to the whole thing again. But I think I'm gonna. That line, that doesn't belong there, right? It's I feel you under my skin. Okay, all right. So yeah, so I didn't intend on watching this whole thing again. I was just going to skip to the end so I could see it close out. But I'm really glad that I get this angle. I love watching her face while she's performing, but while she's watching him perform. I don't have a lot to say. I just really want to hear it. So that's what. Whoa, that line. I didn't notice that. Listen to that. Whoa. Okay, again. Sorry. That low note. Wow. So much power. This feels like a gift. He's doing this for her. It's my opinion. Like it's nothing for her, I swear. Look at her smile. Oh, that high note's insane. Dimash and Lara Fabian. Whew. Oh. Okay. There's more here. I'm just going to let it play for a second and see what happens. Is there anything? I'm going to... Hold on. Oops. Hold on a second. Let me just kind of scrub. So I get a hug. That's nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lara Fabian.
Thank you, Dimash. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a true privilege to have you here. I wish to say to this audience that this is the first time I have the chance to sing Adagio with you, and I hope it's not the last one.
Thank you very much. If it's possible, only
Wait,
a
what?
couple of words. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, great honor to be here and perform in front of you with greatest singer of all time, Miss Lara Fabian. Thank you very much. My biggest pleasure. Thank you. Welcome to Kazakhstan.
All right. Yeah, so that was Lara Fabian and Dimash Qudaibergen singing Adagio together again for the first time, a song that they're both very famous for singing. Their performances of that song individually are widely known and held in the highest esteem. I'm really glad that I found that second performance so quickly. I'm glad that I got to see the end of it. I enjoyed watching her introduction. I really enjoyed seeing them communicate afterward. But more so, I really enjoy getting to watch her expressions throughout the performance. And you get so much more from, at least I do, I get so much more from a vocal performance when I can see the person's face clearly. And so that was wonderful for me. I'm sorry there were two of them. I know you guys are probably really upset that I made you watch it twice. But that's that. That's my reaction to Lara Fabian and Dimash Qudaibergen singing Adagio live in London. Now, this video says 03, 2020. Oh, I guess it was June 03, 2025. Okay, so yeah, last year, or this year, 2025, in London, in Wembley. Yeah, that was really great. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It was fine. That's all I got for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Check out my links in the description for my other social media, my Patreon. Support me if you can. I appreciate it. But just watching, commenting, sharing this video around is more than enough. I appreciate you very much. Please remember, as always, to be kind to each other, and most importantly, to be kind to yourself.